Once upon a time, there was a kind and beautiful girl named Cinderella who lived with her father after her mother's passing. Her father loved her deeply, but when he remarried, everything changed. Her stepmother and two stepsisters were selfish and cruel. Cinderella's stepmother made her do all the household chores. Cleaning, washing clothes, cooking, and other tasks became her daily life. Meanwhile, her stepsisters lived in luxury, mocking Cinderella and belittling her for wearing plain clothes and doing all the work. One day, the king announced a grand ball at the palace. The prince would choose his bride from among the guests. This news thrilled Cinderella's stepsisters, who immediately began preparations, buying the finest dresses and jewelry. Cinderella, however, was burdened with even more work to help them get ready. Cinderella longed to attend the ball, but her stepmother forbade her, insisting she was only fit to serve others. Heartbroken, Cinderella sat in the kitchen corner and wept. Suddenly, a dazzling light appeared, and her fairy godmother emerged. "Why are you crying?" Cinderella asked the fairy gently. Cinderella explained her wish to attend the ball but lamented that she had no beautiful dress or means to go. "Don't worry, my dear," said the fairy godmother. "I will take care of everything." With a wave of her magic wand, the fairy godmother transformed a large pumpkin into a magnificent golden carriage. She turned mice into elegant white horses and an old dog into a coachman. Finally, she transformed Cinderella's tattered clothes into a stunning gown and placed sparkling glass slippers on her feet. "Remember, Cinderella," warned the fairy godmother, "this magic will only last until midnight. After that, everything will return to its original state." Overjoyed, Cinderella headed to the palace. When she arrived, everyone was captivated by her beauty and grace. The prince's eyes fell on her, and he was immediately enchanted. He invited her to dance, and they spent the evening talking and enjoying each other's company. As the clock struck midnight, Cinderella remembered the fairy godmother's warning. She quickly ran out of the palace, leaving the prince behind. In her haste, one of her glass slippers slipped off on the stairs. The prince chased after her but couldn't find her. However, he discovered the glass slipper and declared that he would search the kingdom for the girl whose foot perfectly fit the shoe. The next day, the prince's soldiers went from house to house, asking every young woman to try on the slipper. Cinderella's stepsisters also tried to squeeze their feet into the delicate shoe, but it didn't fit. When the soldiers arrived at Cinderella's house, her stepmother tried to hide her, but they insisted that every girl must try the slipper. When Cinderella slipped her foot into the shoe, it fit perfectly. The soldiers took her to the palace, where the prince was waiting. The prince immediately recognized Cinderella and proposed to her. She happily accepted, and the two were married in a grand ceremony. Cinderella's kindness and forgiveness led her to treat even her stepmother and stepsisters with compassion. As a queen, Cinderella brought justice and kindness to her kingdom. She always helped those in need and created a harmonious and loving environment in the palace. Having overcome her hardships, Cinderella began a new chapter in her life and lived happily ever after.